Okay, guys, so, it has been a few days since the third anniversary started, and I thought, you know what, just before we do any sort of summon video or showcase video, I thought, let's take the time to go through all the third anniversary units kits. So, if we get their kits out of the way, then once we do their showcases, when we get them, it would just be much more easier just to showcase them. We'll just get right into it, show the action and stuff like that. So I think that's a much better idea than having to go through their kit on the showcase day. So yeah, we're just going to go through all the 6 main anniversary units as kits. So we have pretty much all the sparkings here that are going to be in the banners that we'll be summoning on. So we'll start with the GT banner first. So we have Nuova Shenron. So this guy's a yellow, obviously shadow dragon. He can be used on GT and powerful opponent. I think that's the main aim that we should be going for. So yeah. Okay, I mean, I would do it at 7 stars. Screw it. I mean, at 5,000. We can see, yeah, he is strike oriented. Yeah, a 249k strike attack, with his blast attack not that far behind, and he has very high defenses at 14 stars, obviously. But let's take a look at him at 7 stars. Yeah, not really that much of a sort of a gap there. So main ability then, face off. So no switching for 10 timer counts. Jesus Christ. Inflicts all allies and enemies with no switching for 10. Yeah, so that kind of works like BLU. But I mean, like, this is sort of like a what's it, main ability thing. So it's sort of like the yellow movie Gohan, because when he transforms, I think he inflicts no switching for 5 timer counts. I think it's quite a long time. So it destroys all of your own and enemies cards. Okay, I mean, we get 20% of damage inflicted. We get our vanishing gauge back by 100%, and we get card draw speed. So I mean, that's sort of compensation for why we're getting all of our cards taken away as well. So it's not a bad thing. It's really not a bad thing. So the vanishing gauge thing is very useful. It's literally the same thing as the Zenkai Super Saiyan Blue, because when you pop his main ability, we get all of our vanishing gauge back. There's several other units that can do that as well. So it can be very useful, because when we can vanish out, we're going to just pop this main ability and then we have it back. So it's sort of like an extra vanish, pretty much. So that's going to be useful. So okay. Unique abilities then, I couldn't agree more. So when this character enters the battlefield, he gets 70% of damage inflicted, a solid number, like I always look for. I always look for somewhere between 50 to 80%, very useful. And then reduces damage received by 25%. Additional 10% to strike damage inflicted per Dragon Ball. So this can be stackable up to 70%, because we can only hold 7 Dragon Balls, right? So if we have 7 Dragon Balls, then we have 70%, so that's 140% in this one flipping part of the kit. So that's mental. And then if GT is an ally, so say if we're running this guy on a GT team, then we get 50% to key recovery and 30% to vanishing gauge recovery. This guy's got a lot of vanishing gauge stuff in his kit. So oh man, that's absolutely mental. So alright, his final one then, combat discipline. The number of so some time gated buffs, but it's not looking that bad. So it's only up to 8 timer counts, but you know, like, naturally we're going to be in with this guy for a long time. So I mean, that's fine. Like if literally that said, like 10 timer counts, 20 timer counts, then this guy would instantly be a crap unit, because time gated buffs are not really something that you really want in this meta, especially with units that can instantly like 2-card you in literally seconds. So like, we don't really want any time gated buffs above, I don't know, 15 timer counts. So okay, now we'll see what this guy gets anyway. So after 3 timer counts of him being on the battlefield, he gets 20% of damage inflicted. Okay. After 5 timer counts, he gets card draw speed by 1 level and restores ki by 50. Okay, it's very solid. Okay, that's very nice. So overall, wait, okay, we still got more here. So his strike and blast are not going to do anything. His blue card, so we can teach this to Shoutout, surprisingly. Deals massive explode damage, and when we activate this, we get 25% of special move damage. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. And it also cancels abnormal conditions. So this cancels conditions like A paralyze, it cancels conditions like bleed. As green card, the barrier. So nullifies enemy attacks, excluding certain moves like Rising Rush. Yeah, makes sense. And when attacks are nullified, I think this works like Broly. This works like Broly. It knocks enemy back to long range when they are at close range. Yeah, so it's definitely like Broly, the green Zenkai Broly. When we catch them with the barrier, we get 30 ki, and we get 30% to strike damage for 15 time guys. And we can also combo it, which is a thing we can't do with the green Broly. We can also combo it with the blue card, but with this, if we get them with the barrier, we can combo it with the strike, blast, or blue card. So, damn, that is an absolute mad thing. And there's a special effect on the strike card. That doesn't show it here, does it? No, it doesn't. So, what it does here is that it has a chance to inflict a 10% of damage inflicted on us for 10 time counts when used. Alright. So yeah, strike damage up. I'm not sure why it didn't show it here, but I should have showed it here. Overall then, so let's add up the buffs then. So, main ability then, let me get a quick calculator up. Main ability, so if you pop the main ability, then you get 20% to damage inflicted here. So that's safe. And then from his kit, so he's getting 70% just from the get-go, and then if you have all 7 Dragon Balls, then you get another 70%, so that's plus 70 there. And then there's nothing here. Oh, okay, and then when we're here with 3 counts elapsed, we get another 20%, so plus 20, we get 180%, and also this can be stackable if we're using the strike arts, because we get 10%. No, wait. I forgot one thing. Say if we get them with the barrier and we still have those buffs active, then let's add on another 30%. That's 210. And then the strike arts, 10% of damage inflicted, stackable, so let's just add on a 10%. If we're taking advantage of all these buffs, we're getting 220% damage inflicted just from this Nuova Shenron alone, which is absolutely mental. Wow, I am definitely surprised. Yeah, 210% when he's fully built up is absolutely sublime. I'm definitely impressed with this guy. Yeah, he's definitely going to be doing a ton of damage in the field. Just at what, 3 stars, 6 stars? I mean, man, like his kit's gonna make a difference, not his stats. Because like at 3 stars, I mean his stats are still good. What, like 200k strike attack, 183 blunt attack, but his, oh my gosh, his kit's gonna make up for it 100%. So mad. I'm definitely impressed so far. With this guy, his Z ability 6 stars. Then he buffs GT and Shadow Dragon. And I think that's about it. Yeah, it's just GT and Shadow Dragon, so no powerful opponent, but you're mainly going to run this guy on GT, I think. Because, yeah, or like you might want to run him with Eis Shenron, maybe, or just balance the buffs with a powerful opponent team. Maybe run this guy with Eis Shenron on a powerful opponent team. I think that's where he will do really good. So, yeah, that's the Nuova Shenron. Let's move on to Eis Shenron. Okay then, so here we have Eis Shenron. So like with Nuova Shenron, he is a GT and Shadow Dragon unit. And actually, like you would run this guy on a powerful opponent team as well, because why not? Okay, so let's take a look at his stats then. So at 3 stars, what was he saying? So yeah, okay, so since he's a rage type unit, yeah, his stats really make that evident. He's got a bit of both, but he's more blast oriented actually, because let's take a look at him at 6 stars. Yeah, he's got 215k blast attack, 205k strike attack, and at 14 stars he's got 250k blast attack. Yeah, so very nice. So main ability then. So times like these call for action. He draws a special move, so that's a blue card, and then restores ki by 50, and then he gets 40% to damage inflicted. And while we're doing that, I'll literally put that on my calculator. So 40% from his main ability, very nice. And then if you have a GT, so say if you're running this guy with GT and you pop this main ability, then it shortens their sub count by 5. So this really makes a good use like if you want to switch back into them instantly. So that's really good. And also this is very nice. This works like the Green Extreme Super Saiyan Vegeta. It reduces the enemy vanishing gauge down to 0. So this guy, so what's it like? Your ally literally has no vanishing gauge, literally. So yeah. This literally works the exact same as the EX Super Saiyan Vegeta, because he draws a blue card on the main ability, and it also gets their vanishing gauge to 0. So it literally wants you to pop the the blue card at them, because they can't do anything. They can't dodge. Like, they might not be able to switch in that time frame. So naturally, like, you'll be able to want to pop that blue card. So that's the main aim. Pop the blue card when his vanishing gauge is at 0, and like you want to do it as quick as possible, because he's definitely going to switch, because he'll realize that his vanishing gauge, or he has no vanish at all. So yeah. And also, it really, like the sub count is going to be really useful for sure. So upper hand, when this guy enters the battlefield, he gets 70% of damage inflicted, so add 70 on there. And then reduces damage received. Yeah, so this guy's getting a bit of defense. What was his defense saying there? 158k strike defense, 164. Yeah, okay, yeah. Like he I mean, like he kind of needs it. So, okay. So 35%. Yeah, 35% is a very good value for sure. Because if you remember when we showcased the free-to-play Purple Goku, his 30% damage reduction was literally making him literally survive a Rising Rush. So I could definitely see him maybe tank a Rising Rush. Who knows? So that's really nice. -5 to own strike and blast costs for 50 timer counts. Yep, very solid. And it also inflicts enemy tag girls. So this guy's an anti-female warrior. A unit, because I think this guy faced what? Oh man, I don't know who he faced. Maybe it was like a Pan or something. I'm not sure, because I ain't watched GT in a while. Maybe he faced the Android 18. Maybe. This is very nice. +30 to all art costs for 3 timer counts. Oh my gosh, that's gonna be very annoying, because say if you have a blue card that's 50 cost, then it's gonna cost 80. And if you have a strike card that costs 19, oh my gosh, it's literally going to cost like 40. Man, that's going to be annoying, and it's not like a limited thing, because it only applies when he enters the battlefield. So you can switch him as many times as you want, and if a female warrior is on the battlefield right now, then man, +30 to all arts costs on them. That's a huge debuff. Jesus Christ, that's mental. Yeah. And then while this character is on the battlefield, it seals the enemy strike cards when enemy switches characters, and it cannot be used for 3 timer counts. So it kind of works like the blue Ultimate Gohan, because when you switch, it seals the strike card. Yeah, it literally works like him as well. So with this guy, I can see a lot of debuffs while dealing a lot of damage at the same time. So he kind of works like Red Frieza. I don't know, or like anyone that can literally pierce through your defenses, do loads of damage, and yeah, and I literally just like be of like huge annoyance to the opponent, as this next main ability will show. So literally, this main ability is just a ton of debuffs. So when faced with an enemy, like they they reduce ki by 15, and then the first debuff, 30% damage received. Second debuff, +2 to sub count, and then -50% to vanishing gauge recovery. Oh boy, that's going to be very annoying. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so like, what's it? Like the 30% of damage received, there's that piercing ability, like they're literally wearing down their defense. Honestly, we're going to do so much damage to them. +2 to sub count, meaning that it's sort of like a lock-in ability, so they're locked in for 2 timer counts. And then 50% to vanishing gauge means that it's literally going to be hard for them to get out of the current situation. So yeah, this guy is going to be very annoying, but it's going to hit hard at the same time. So special move then, freezing eye, massive impact damage, and then this 20% to impact damage received for 50 timer counts. Jesus Christ. and then seals one enemy card slot or randomly on hit, and then that cannot be used for 10 timer count. So it kind of works like the yellow cell, because when he switches in, he seals an enemy card, but this works with a blue card. And then special skill, or the green card. When we activate this green card, it reduces damage received by 30% for oh my gosh. I've never seen this in a green card giving us defense, because so far we've only seen green cards giving us damage inflicted, or minus arts costs. But this is the first time I've seen a green card that gives us defense. So it gives us a 30% damage reduction for 5 timer counts, which I mean it's a green card, so it makes sense. And it also destroys all of the enemies' blue, awakened, and ultimate arts cards. Oh my gosh! So literally, like if you're what's it? Like, say if you see your my opponent pop a main ability and they get an ultimate for it, or they get like blue card from him, I pop the green card and it's gone. Literally, that's annoying, man. Oh my gosh, that's annoying. This activates when our enemy tap attacks us, tackles us, or a strike arts attack when in fighting pose. And when it activates, it immobilizes the enemy, and we get 20%. So let's add that on real quick. So 110% plus 20, that's 130% added on, and then we get 50% to the next blue card damage inflicted. Oh my gosh. So that's a mental green card there, damn. So we get so 30% defense. It literally destroys any of their blue card or their ultimate cards. So on top of that, if they tap attack us, tackle us, or play a strike card against us, then they're going to be immobilized, and we're going to do a madness against them, because oh my gosh. Because if you're saying 50% to the next special move damage, if we have a blue card, then oh god, they're probably going to die, because this guy's dangerous. So Jesus Christ. And once again, they didn't show it in the blast thing, but if you use a blast card, then it can have a chance to destroy the enemy cards, similar to how Shampoo works, because when Shampoo does a blast card, then it has a chance to destroy an enemy card. So this guy can deal damage as well as just put a ton of debuffs. So like this guy's pretty much a stronger version of Red Freezer for sure, the Red movie Freezer, because yeah, that guy's also annoying as well. So Jesus Christ, like just imagine running this guy along with the Red movie Freezer. That's gonna make for a good powerful opponent team for sure. Jesus Christ. So like this guy probably buffs like GT and Shadow Dragon. Yeah, okay, makes sense. So yeah, that's this guy's kit. The Eis Shenron is definitely a very annoying unit. I can't wait to try him out when we get him. So mad. So overall 130% to damage inflicted once he's fully built up. But the debuffs is what matters pretty much. So yeah, alright, let's move on to the Super Saiyan Blue Vegito, also known as Vegito Blue. Alright, so here we have the purple Vegito Blue, and also like this is definitely gonna be a long video, but it's a unit breakdown. Like we're breaking down 6 units here, so like, I'll make sure to put timestamps in the description so you can skip to like the unit you want, making things more more easier. But anyway, we have another Vegito Blue here. Like when this guy came out, I was so surprised. Like literally, surely they won't make another Vegito, will they? And also, like, they did surprise us a few months ago. I did see someone leak that, like, we're getting like another Vegito Blue soon. And yeah, it looks like that guy that was leaking it was right. Man, he literally predicted it like from what, like 3 months ago. Alright, so this makes a good use for Fusion Warrior, Saiyans, God Key. I mean, yeah, all this classic and future as well. So yeah. So let's take a look at him at 14 stars. What's his stats saying? So a 240k strike attack, 242. So he's more of a range type unit, but it's saying that he's a no, it did say he's a range type unit. Okay, because I thought he'd be a melee type unit. So okay, so he's going to be doing equally as good damage, which is good. So melee ability then, it ends now. So it draws the ultimate. He does have an ultimate, which is the Spirit Sword into the God Final Kamehameha. So yeah, that's really good. Restores own health by 25% and ki by 50. Okay, and then we get 50% ultimate damage inflicted. So this is mainly focusing on the ultimate. So we want to pop this main ability and then do the ultimate. That we don't want to mess around with taking advantage of buffs here, because there's no there's no particular buff such as damage inflicted that we want to take advantage of in the main ability. So we want to use this main ability at a time where we want to deal a lot of damage with the ultimate. So maybe at a stage where we're finishing off a combo and we want to kill a unit, maybe, or stuff like that. So yeah. Also, it restores our own health by 25% and ki by 50. So first unique ability then, ultimate fusion power. So when the battle starts, he gets 60% to damage inflicted. Very nice. So from the get-go, he's getting 60%. Very nice value. And then reduces damage received by 40%. Oh my Jesus Christ, this guy's gonna tank a lot of flipping heck. 40%. Jesus Christ. Oh my gosh, 40%. Oh my gosh. This guy's definitely gonna tank on Rising Rush, and it's for 50 time accounts. So Jesus Christ, 40% is a surprising number. Oh my gosh. All right. Jesus Christ. And then -10 to blast arts cost, because obviously he is a blast oriented technically. Okay, that's very good. So when this guy switched to standby, so here's a bit of supportive capability. So if we're running this guy with a fusion warrior, god key or future, and we switch out of them, we get a 20% of damage inflicted, and then for a 20% to key recovery for 20, both for 20 time accounts. Very nice. Just a bit of help for our allies, in it. So yeah, power to rival a deity. All right. So when this guy enters the battlefield, he draws one card when we have 3 or fewer cards. So say if we have absolutely no cards and we enter this guy, then we get 1 card. So that's really nice. And then 70% to next blast arts damage inflicted. So okay, very nice. So basically what that's saying is, so far, when this guy enters the battlefield, the blast arts, then we'll get 70% more damage to that. So that's a very OP passive already. And then on top of that, we get 50% to the next blue card damage inflicted every time this guy uses strike or blast card, up to 60%. So 15, 30, 45, 60. So if we use 4 strike or blast cards, then we get 60% to the blue card damage, which is pretty much uncancelable. So once we've used 4 of them, then we've built the blue card damage up. So from then on, we're literally going to be doing 60% to blue card damage every single blue card. So that's going to be really OP. So we want to build this up early. So you know, like we use 4 strike or blast arts card, build up that blue card damage, and then once you get that blue card, it's literally going to be smooth sailing from there. We're going to be doing a ton of damage from then on. So that's going to be really nice. And then also, once 25 time accounts have elapsed from the battle start, so this is sort of like a time-gated thing. So after 25 time accounts, we get another 40% of damage inflicted and damage received by 25%. I mean, like what's it? A time-gated buff is actually not bad here, because this guy's getting a ton of buffs here. So this would sort of help in that it's just to help us in the long run, innit? So yeah, he just gets stronger as the time counts pass by, pretty much. So yeah, this is actually amazing. So blue card itself, so final Kamehameha, so minus 30% to enemy sustained damage card for 3 time count upon activation. So it's going to do even more damage. So literally, once we build this up to 60%, it's going to do 60% to blue card damage, and on top of that, it's going to do even more damage because we're inflicting minus 30% on the enemy sustained damage card, so weaker defenses, and it cannot be nullified by most other special moves. So man, oh my gosh, this is a very good blue card for sure. And then on top of that, we've got the green card, which we have to land because yeah, it's pointing the arrows up. So when we land this green card and also activate it, it restores our own key by 50. We get a card draw speed by 1 level for 50 time accounts and no switching for 5 time accounts. That's a very good green card already. And when we land this, it reduces the Dragon Balls by 1, and it also destroys the enemy's green cards. And on top of that, it has blast armor when charging forward. Oh my gosh. There's a lot to take in here just from this one unit alone, so Jesus Christ. And then the ultimate God Final Kamehameha, when we activate it, restores ki by 50, restores vanish engage by 100, so we get our vanish back once we use this ultimate. So it works like a Zenkai Bardock. Yeah, it literally works like Zenkai Bardock, and even the chunks are mine, because once we finish using the ultimate, we get 100% of our vanish engage back. We get even more card draw speed. Oh my gosh. And then, oh Jesus Christ, it's going to do even more damage because minus 50% to sustain damage cut for 3 time accounts. Man, this guy does a lot of damage. Jesus Christ. Yeah, Jesus Christ, this guy is pretty much sort of. I mean, it's not on the level of Vegito Blue just yet because it takes a while to build up his card draw speed. But once you're there, Jesus Christ, this guy's gonna be doing a lot of damage. Like, probably even better than what's it, like the second anniversary Vegito Blue. This guy actually could be better than the second anniversary Vegito Blue. Like, because once you build this guy up, oh my gosh, Jesus Christ. Because his main no, okay, so his main ability doesn't give card draw speed up to. But oh my gosh, so literally, like, you could get level 2 card draw speed just by popping his main ability, and then what's it, like doing the ultimate. That's level 2 card draw speed there. So, damn, I'm impressed. Jesus Christ. At 2 stars, he's gonna be buffing Fusion Warrior. At 3 stars, he's gonna be buffing Fusion Warrior and God Key. And at 6 stars, he's gonna be buffing Fusion Warrior, God Key, and Future. So it's pretty much the same sort of setup as the second anniversary Vegito Blue. So yeah, very nice unit. I'm very impressed by this Vegito Blue so far. So Jesus Christ, this guy's getting a lot. I'm literally expecting him to do a ton of damage and just kill units just by literally soloing himself. So this guy's gonna be doing a ton of damage for sure. So yeah, this guy's good. This guy's good for sure. Yeah. So next up we have Super Saiyan 2 Kefla. So like this also surprising because most people thought that like the third anniversary would focus on GT and a specific saga, because like that's the sort of main thing that we every single anniversary would focus on. But this year is literally focusing on the TV series, because if you think about it, it's focusing on GT and Dragon Ball Super as a whole, because we have Kefla here from the Tournament Power and the other two, few units from the Future Saga. So it's Dragon Ball Super as a whole. So it's not specific sagas like last year, but it is technically a GT and a Future, because that's the main sort of thing. Because we have people from Future like Corrupted Zamasu and something like that. But we're just adding one exception here because Kefla is from the Tournament Power. So what is she? Strike oriented? Yeah, strike oriented. Obviously, she's gonna hit hard. At 6 stars, a 216k strike attack, and then blast attack at 211k. So yeah, it's not that far off. And then 140k defense is pretty much if you round it off there. So wait, let me see at 14. Yeah, it's not bad, but her kit's definitely gonna make up for it. So let's see here. Main ability, I won't be outdone by anybody. So it draws the ultimate. Restores own key by 40, and it nullifies enemy special actions that activate when changing cover. So this is the same sentence as the purple hit. So this means that Kefla will be immune to any sort of cover change, like Vegito Blue, Gogeta Blue, a purple hit even. It will treat it as a cover change nullification. Maybe put it that way. So once you pop this main ability, Kefla has the ability to nullify any cover changes from any sort of unit for 15 time accounts. So that's going to be very useful. And attribute downgrade, 50% impact damage received on the opponent. So very solid main ability. I like it. I like it. I guess I'll have to crank it up. So when this character enters the battlefield, we get 60% to damage inflicted. Yep, very solid. And then also a 30% damage reduction, also very solid. Yep, 30% is a good number. 60% to key recovery. Yeah, oh my gosh, 60% to key recovery is actually quite a lot. So we're definitely going to be doing a lot of combos here for sure. And then every time we use a strike or blast arts attack, restores key by 10, activates 3 times. Ooh, Oh, I'm very surprised they didn't make this unlimited, because there's a lot of units that do this. You know, like every time we use a strike or blast attack, we restore ki by 5 or 10, and it's and it's pretty much unlimited. But Kefla can only do it 3 times. Damn. I guess they're sort of limiting it because this, you know, like this Kefla is probably really good. So only activates 3 times. Very nice. Okay, and then 50% of damage inflicted for 50 time accounts activates once. So once we use a strike or blast attack, then we just get this 50% of damage inflicted, and we can take advantage of it for 50 time accounts. So we're going to be doing a lot of damage early on, I think. So okay, no, it's not early on, because it says activation counts reset when characters switch. So this so what's it like? This is technically like unlimited, or but it's just every time we switch in. We have to build up this Kefla again and again every time we switch in, so that's the only downside. But I mean, it's not a huge problem, because naturally we're going to be playing cards with Kefla, so like we're literally building damage up while we're not even noticing it. So yeah, that's how it works. So, and then the next one, Limitless Heights. So every time we evade an attack with a vanishing step, we restore ki by 20. We get 20% of damage inflicted. We restore our own vanishing gauge by 60% activated twice. So it kind of works like the movie Vegeta. Do you guys remember the blue movie Vegeta that can transform Super Saiyan God? He can do that, because every time you vanish out, you restore about 50% or 60% of your own vanishing gauge. So it kind of works like that. So that means you could definitely sort of get your vanish back even quicker, because like you like you restore 60% of it already. So that's really useful. Man, it only activates twice because it makes sense. It's kind of cheating if you do it forever. So yeah. And it also randomly draws 1 new card when you have 3 or fewer cards. So say if we have no cards at all and we vanish out, then it literally helps us by drawing 1 more card for us. So that's gonna be very useful. Times when 4 cards are held are also counted as activations. Damn. Oh my gosh. Jesus Christ. Okay. Damn, there's gonna be a lot of people taking advantage of this. So yeah. Alright. This special move, we can teach the Shoutout, deals massive impact damage, and we get another 20% of damage inflicted. So that's 150% in total then. Okay. This win is going to feel great. Green card, restores own health by 50%. Works like the green Kefla, pretty much, the current Kefla that we have. So yeah, it literally heals us quite a bit. And then a minus 30% to enemy sustained a damage cut, so that's really nice. A bit of debuffs on the opponent. And then reduces the next damage sustained by 20%, cannot be stacked. And then this applies until enemy combo is fixed. So finished. So once you pop this green card and like the enemy lands a combo on us, we take 20% less of that damage, and that applies when his combo is done. So that's really good. It kind of works like Boo as well, because his green card kind of works like that as well. So yeah, that's really nice. And then the ultimate, when we activate, we get 30% of damage inflicted. Jesus Christ. So 150 plus 30, 180% in total now, for 50 time account. And then also reduce damage received by an extra 20% for 50 time accounts, and blast armor when charging forward. So doesn't Kefla get a bit of defense here as well, doesn't she? Let's see. No defense here. Okay, so no. It's actually quite nice that she's getting a bit of defensive buffs, because like she's only getting about 130k here, or you know, 140k in stats. So yeah, all you have to do is pop them, you know, an ultimate, which can take a while, but a 20% damage reduction for 50 time counts will help us a bit, so that's really nice. Alright, she buffs Rival Universe at 2 stars, a Fusion Warrior at 3 stars, and then Female Warriors at 6 stars, so damn, very nice unit. So yeah. Like the fact that she's red will be a bit of a threat, because there's countless blue units that can literally wipe her out. So hopefully those buffs can really make a difference, because yeah, she's definitely getting quite a lot. So and also like the vanishing gauge thing can be quite useful. So yeah, that's very nice. Now let's get on to the main event, the Legends Limiteds then. Okay then, so here we have half corrupted Fusion Zamasu, Legends Limited. So like this guy's gonna be a very like good unit for sure. So at 14 stars, what's he saying? So he is strike oriented, yeah. So it makes sense because he has the massive arms. So yeah. And his blast attack is actually not that far off. It's 243k, so very nice. Alright, so let's go through the guy's main ability then. Away with you, Mortal Scum. So it draws the ultimate, obviously, because he has a Legend Limited. Okay. Restores own health by 20% and ki by 40. Now we're seeing this line a lot in like a few units. Restores own health by 20% and ki by 40. So, like especially in the free-to-play units. Like, yeah. Like we're literally saying that a lot. And also this nullifies enemies restore health when it reaches 0. So basically this nullifies endurance pretty much. So yeah, once we pop the main ability and we get an endurance unit to 0, they're dead pretty much. So yeah, it nullifies endurance for 30 timer counts. And then we get 40% to damage inflicted for 30 timer counts. So let me get 40 on the calculator. All-consuming eternal shadow, I meant. So when the battle starts, he gets 80% to damage inflicted. Holy crap, Jesus Christ. 80% is a lot. Jesus Christ, he's going to be doing a lot. And also a 30% damage reduction. Very nice, very nice. And also, surprisingly, this guy's getting death buffs. Okay, very nice. Okay, so when this guy dies, we get 30% to damage inflicted from the allies, and also some debuffs. -1 to art squad draw speed and 70% to health restoration on the opponent. Very, very nice. I love it. I love it. So, all right, Merciless Judgment. So this is his a cover change. So knocks enemy back to long range if a cover change is performed against their strike arts attack. So so it's a strike arts one, and then we can combo with the blue card. Very nice. And also when we use a strike or blast arts card, we get 50% to damage inflicted, stackable up to 60%. So same with I think Vegito Blue, wasn't it? So all we have to do is use 4 of these and his damage inflicted is built up to 60%. Very nice. So we'll add 60 on. Okay, and then also restores own health by 5% is if own health is 70% or less. All right, so that's very nice. It's sort of like a regen ability as well because Zamasu is technically regen as well. So yeah, all right. So when the enemy lands a strike or blast arts hit on us, it reduces their ki by 5 and also reduces their damage received by 5% for 5 time counts. So it kind of works like Transform Goku Black because every time you hit him, you lose 5 ki. So it kind of works like that as well. And then when the when the enemy character switches their character, we get 50% of our vanishing gauge back, and that activates 8 times. Jesus Christ, that's really good. That's really good. So say if we're say if we haven't got a vanish and the enemy switches, then we get 50% of that vanish back and we can get it back easier. So yeah, that's mad. When an enemy is defeated by us, it destroys all of their cards. So literally, they can literally oh my gosh, that's absolutely mental. So literally, we just have to kill someone with this Corrupted Zamasu, and literally all of their cards are gone. And it's not like specific; it literally applies to everyone. So that's gonna be very annoying. So we can literally kill 2 of their units, and literally all of their cards will be gone. That's absolutely mental. That's gonna be annoying. So yeah, all right. That's very nice. So, oh my gosh, his strike and blast are actually going to be doing something. So, his strike, a 10% to damage inflicted against Saiyan. Yeah, he is anti-Saiyan, makes sense, and that cannot be cancelled. So, I guess this is stackable because yeah, there's no limit on this, but it's only for 10 time accounts. But naturally, we're going to be using loads of strike cards. So this is definitely going to be stackable against Saiyans, and also yeah, this is pretty much anti-Saiyan in his strike and blast arts cards. So 10% to damage inflicted against tag Saiyan. So it's good that it's not strike or blast cards because literally it's damage inflicted. So that's what makes it so good. So literally we could use a strike and blast arts card and still build up damage inflicted. So that's overall, oh my gosh, this guy's going to be exceeding like 200% for sure because we're going to be using tons of strike and blast arts cards. So oh my gosh, that's gonna be mental. So yeah, that's gonna be really good. Sacred Wave, his blue card, deals massive impact damage, and we get 20% to special damage when we activate it, and it also draws a green card next on hit. And then his green card is an AoE one, so it's gonna be very annoying. Like like the revival Goku, like Ultra Instinct Goku, it's gonna be very annoying. So when we catch them with this, it restores our own ki by 40% upon activation, and when we land or manage to catch them with the green card, it inflicts all enemies with 3 sub counts, and it also makes us type neutral. That's very nice. And then we can combo it with the Strike Blast blue card and ultimate card. Very nice, very nice. And then last but not least, the ultimate Sword of Sanctifying Light deals supreme impact damage. Jesus Christ, okay. And then 50% to enemy sustained damage card, so that means we will do more damage with the ultimate. And then when we land them, and then when we land the ultimate, it reduces the opponent ki by 100%, and it inflicts no switching on them for 5 time counts. Oh my gosh, that's very nice. And when he's at 2-star, he buffs God Ki. When he's at 3 stars, he buffs God Ki and Powerful Opponent. And when he's at 6 stars, he buffs God Ki, Powerful Opponent, and Future. So very nice, very nice. So yeah, this guy's a very good LF. And once again, him being a red, meaning I mean, like he's got what? I mean, let's see about 2 stars. Yeah, he's got low defenses. It's natural LF behavior, but hopefully his damage reduction. I mean, yeah. I mean, he's getting 30% damage reduction, so hopefully that will help. But natural LF behavior, you know, most blues will, manage to defeat him. So he's still going to do a lot of damage though, for sure. So yeah, very nice LF. Now we have the main event, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. So Jesus Christ, what? Like the video's probably like an hour long, but I mean, it's fine, it's fine. So okay, like this guy, yeah. Like I said in previous videos, we can take advantage of him on Saiyan GT fusions. Let's see. He is strike oriented. Okay. With his blast attack actually not that far off. At 2 stars, yeah, it's not that bad. He's pretty much got 200k strike attack, and it's pretty much natural LF behavior. I mean, he's not going to be doing that much. But his kit's going to be the main thing. That's going to make up for it, and his kit's going to be the main reason why he's going to be so good. So don't rely on stats just to see if like unit is good, because that's not the case with units nowadays. So their like their kit is the main reason why they're good. So I have the power to destroy you now. Main ability. So it draws the ultimate card, restores own health by 30% and ki by 50. That's very good. I think it works like BLU as well. Like BLU restores health by 35%. Okay, and it nullifies own unfavorable. Yeah, like this makes him type neutral for 20 time accounts. Very nice, and it gives him card draw speed for 20 time accounts. Very nice. So man, he's getting card draw speed. Okay, very nice. And then like the pinnacle of power. So when the battle starts, he gets 60% to damage inflicted. Okay, very nice. Reduces next damage sustained by 50% by yeah, okay, so reduces next damage sustained by 50%, cannot be cancelled. This applies until enemy combo is finished. Okay, so like bear in mind that this guy is a defensive type unit, so like people expected him to be a very hard hitting unit, but he I mean he will be a hard hitting unit, but he's gonna focus a lot more on defense, I think. So I think for Legends Limited, I think defense is one thing that they're lacking. So it's really nice that we're having a defensive type LF unit, because we've never had that actually. So that's very nice. All right, so that's very nice. Nullifies abnormal conditions. So this guy will be immune to things like paralyze, faint, bleed, like pretty much all that stuff, and it cannot be cancelled. So he'll be immune to it forever. Forever. That's really nice. So yeah, alright. So when this guy enters the battlefield, he gets 30 ki, 50% to damage inflicted, can't be stacked. So let's add it on. So he's getting 60% here. So 60 plus 50. Alright. And then reduces damage received by 30%. Yeah, so like on top of the damage, what's it like the 50% combo damage reduction he's getting like another 30% here as well. So that's really nice. And then nullifies attribute downgrades for 15 time accounts. So like any debuffs he has, it pretty much cancels off, or he's pretty much immune to any debuffs. So That activates twice, so he's pretty much going to be immune to debuffs when we enter with this guy twice. And then nullifies unfavorable element factors for damage sustained for 50 timer counts. So this guy will be type neutral to any sort of damage from any opponent for 50 timer count, and that activates 3 times. So there's a lot of type neutral going on here for sure. Jesus Christ! All right. Okay, so him being a really, you know, like him being the main LF, obviously he has to have a cover change against strike and blast attacks. So yeah, when this character performs a cover change, knocks enemy back to long range if cover change is performed against their strike or blast attacks, and that activates twice. So cover changes performed against attacks other than strike or blast are also counted as activations. Okay. So that's okay. That's really nice. Okay, so yeah, we can only cover change with this guy twice with strike or blast attack because, you know, technically it's cheating if we just do it forever. So okay, and then while this character is on the battlefield, applies for the following effects itself. When pausing a character with revives when health reaches 0 effect to revive. Okay, so let's see what this guy what this means. Revives. Oh, I know what this means. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. So this takes advantage of units with the revival mechanics. So people like Red Cell or Revival Goku. So if you want to run this guy with Revival Goku on a Saiyan team, then this could be useful. So, okay. Okay, so when someone revives, this like this Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta restores his own health by 20% and increases own Dragon Balls by 2. I think that's how it works. Okay, maybe it also applies to people with endurance because I think about it. It also works like that as well because when their health restores 0, they they restore their own health. But like the fact that it says revives, maybe it's talking about Revival Goku or Red Cell. So. Maybe. So, alright. That's really nice. So, his strike card has blast armor. Yeah, makes sense. Alright. And then his blue card, a Big Bang Kamehameha, deals massive impact damage, 30% to special move damage for 3 times counts upon activation. And then also, when we land it, this only activates once. We draw another blue card. Alright. So, that's really nice. So, when we use a blue card and land it, we draw another blue card and we get a 50 key. And it cannot be nullified by most other special moves. So yeah, like no messing around here. We are the overall stronger unit. So yeah, that's really nice. And then we have the green card here. So this is one we had to land, and this is one where what's it? Like he's like Burka, and then like the man he draws that like what's it? Like that party hat thing, and he like trolls the opponent. So that's gonna be funny. So when we land that green card, we restore our own key by 50. We get 20% to damage inflicted. So let's add that on plus 20. And then gain buff effect nullified enemy special. Okay, so pretty much when we land this this green card, we are pretty much immune to any sort of cover change, and we nullify them. So people like Gogeta Blue, Vegito Blue, or you know, like people that can cover change, like they won't like do anything to us. Like we'll just nullify it. So very nice. I feel like people that can nullify cover changes are literally becoming ever so more OP because it's so useful and like literally keeps priority on your side. So yeah, that's what's useful. And then it destroys all of your enemy cards, and then also cancels their buffs. So it's a very annoying green card. It literally gives us damage inflicted, and it also puts a lot of debuffs on the opponent. So that's really nice. And then also that has blast armor, and we can combo it with pretty much every single art they can think of. So yeah, very nice. And then also last but not least, his ultimate deals supreme impact damage, and when we activate it, we get 50% ultimate damage. So we're doing more damage on it. Buff minus 100% to enemy sustained damage cards. So we're gonna be so literally when we activate this ultimate and we land it, their defense is gone unless they switch. So so say we land on them and they don't switch, they have literally no defense at all because it's minus 100% to enemy sustained damage card. So yeah, this can be very good, and it also nullifies endurance because it says restores only health when it reaches 0. So yeah, very nice, very nice. So this guy's a very good LF. At 2 stars he's going to buff GT. At 3 stars he's going to buff GT and Fusion Warrior, and at 6 stars he's going to buff GT, Fusion Warrior, and Saiyans. So very nice. So I mean, yeah, like you might want to get him to 3 stars if you can, because him on Fusion Warriors is definitely going to be very good. Very nice. So that pretty much concludes it for this guy. Like this guy, and also like the whole of the like 3rd anniversary units and their kits. So hopefully like this made a lot more sense to you, because there's a lot of like stuff in this in these units kits that many people will not understand. So hopefully I managed to debunk that. Hopefully I managed to like put it in plain English, because obviously not like not everyone's going to read their kits, not everyone's going to understand how it works. So hopefully I've done a good job at explaining how exactly it works. I will put the timestamps in the description, so you guys can skip to the part that you want to see, which will make life a lot easier. So hope you guys enjoyed this unit kit review. Hopefully this guy hopefully this made a lot of sense to like people that don't understand units kits. And yeah, so like please like and subscribe to the channel. It's a bit of a long video, but hopefully we can finally get into the summoning videos. I've definitely decided I'm going to live stream the summons. I'm definitely going to be gathering as much CC as possible, and we're going to be live streaming the summons, so make sure you look out for that. So pretty much, yeah, this 3rd anniversary is going to be lit. Hope you guys are enjoying it too, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.